Welcome. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so happy to be here with you. My name is Drake, and this is a great day today. And it's a great day today because I am taking this day as an intentional one, a day of coming into my own relationship to alignment. And I'm just curious. I think it's important to ask ourselves these questions. It's like looking at a cosmic jewel. Every different way that you look at it, you get a different angle, you get a different facet, you get a different view. So all of these different framings that we do are just another way of looking at the same element, looking at our own life and finding ways not just to survive, but to thrive. And I want to suggest that thriving is about being in alignment. So what does that mean? Is it a structural thing? When we talk about the word integrity, a lot of times when people talk about the word integrity, they're talking about moral integrity. And of course, that's important. But I think of it in many ways more in a structural element, structural integrity, not swinging to extremes. When you swing to extremes, you weaken the center so much that the center can't hold. And then you have a falling apart. I've said this before about seeing one of the first films of one of the first suspension bridges and watching it swing to the extremes and shake itself apart. In many ways, this is kind of what we see going on in our society, and even world society. But I want to suggest that holding the center is about us as individuals staying in alignment, regardless of what happens in the world. If we keep an internal alignment, and if we ask ourselves, what does that mean? What does it mean to be in alignment? If it's a structural thing, it's about how big you are. So how big are you? Are you the size of your body? Are you something bigger than that? Are you the size of the people you know and in your world? Is that your size? Or maybe it's even bigger than that. Maybe it's all of humanity in this whole planet Earth. Maybe that's how big you are, or even beyond that. Maybe you're the solar system, and maybe the galaxy, or maybe the whole universe. The bigger you are, the difference that it begins to make about what alignment actually is. I want to suggest a framing of alignment, of being aware of what's happening and being in flow with it, recognizing that in some level, if you are in alignment, it's about swimming with the current, finding what the flow is and swimming with it, because then you come into alignment. When you come into alignment with the flow of what's happening, when you have a commitment, a radical acceptance, an acceptance that's a positive indifference, meaning that no matter what happens, you're going to love your life exactly as it is. If you have this positive indifference, not just putting up with who you are, but saying, I am glad to be me exactly as I am and exactly as the world is, that's an alignment. And when we come into that kind of alignment, what ends up happening is we're swimming with the current of the river, and suddenly the whole world is actually working for us. When we're in alignment, everything is working out for the good. And so I want to suggest getting in this alignment and finding ways of going with the flow so you can find your opportunity to make things better. Don't get stuck on how bad things are. You can be in a flow of alignment in which you are part of making things better, finding your own relationship. There's a way that's unique to who you are that you can make the world a better place, and that is your alignment. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to ring the bell now, and I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. So here we go. Positive indifference doesn't mean that we like what's going on, but we accept what's going on, so much so that we can find what is good about our lives exactly as they are. Thank you so much for joining. Please let other people know about these videos, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.